I'm gonna film from inside. Just because when it rains out of nowhere, then you get drenched, and it gets really windy. It's very hurricaney. We're inside of our coconut hut. This hut is entirely made of coconut leaves. That's the ceiling. The walls, if you look closely, are the stems of the coconut palms. And behind me is this amazing mosquito net that is very handy, especially right now that it's raining, because there are so many mosquitoes here. Speaking of like living in a coconut hut and having a mosquito net, I'm reading the book Sapiens, and I just started reading it. I checked it out on Libby. It's a library app. Everyone needs a library card, first of all, and then you have access to all these great books that you can check out from an app on your phone, on your tablet. It's really easy. Everyone go get a library card. Okay, so I've been reading this book, and it talks about how luxuries with time become necessities, and I couldn't agree more. I've been reflecting on this trip because we've been in Mexico for a year now, which was not expected. We thought we'd be here for 2 months and now we've been here for a whole year. But now that I'm living so simply, and I can see how even more simply communities around me, like the indigenous people, live, and they're so happy. I look at my previous life and I just can't believe how much I took it for granted. I had all these things. I had fast internet. I just got fast internet here after being here for 4 months. Going back to the book, it's so true how you become quickly used to all these amazing things that you have in your life. And then these luxuries becoming necessities just means that you need more and more. And it's not true. Like, all the best things in life are free. Like falling in love, like having a family, or having people who are your chosen family. Just all these little things are amazing and they're so vital in our lives. But we just take it for granted. It took me living in this coconut hut to realize that. So I'm sharing it with you now. But besides all of that, we're doing great. Canlino is loving the river. Because it's been raining a lot and it's flowing into the ocean, the river is very shallow, and he is running his heart away in there with his new friend, Wate. So this is a dog that lives here, and it kind of depends on tourists to feed her. So Sang and I have been feeding her, and as a result, she follows us everywhere and hangs out at our campsite always. The same goes for 2 other dogs. So these 2 dogs are also always at our campsite. They kind of guard our property at night, so they hang out around us too. So every day we're just consistently surrounded by 5 beautiful dogs, which is a lot. It's a lot to feed, it's a lot to deal with. They get into fights, they chase after other dogs, and they chase after chickens. It's a lot of work. But besides that, it's just an added part of life. We've also got a molcajete, and this is what a molcajete looks like. They are great for making salsas, crushing your own custom spices, and blending everything nicely into your dishes. It is so good. We've been making a lot of sauces with it. We also use it as a blender because we don't have a blender. So we used it to squash pineapples. And there's an artisanal little shop up the hill, and we got this little clay stove, which is so handy. It is so nice to be able to have a little portable fire station where we can grill veggies and chicken. And our diet is pretty much raw now because it's like the most accessible thing here. Chicken and veggies. If we want to splurge, we'll get bell peppers and grapes because those are very expensive here. But for the most part, our meals are really good. It just takes forever to cook. It takes like 2 hours to cook each meal. So we basically cook once a day. Because if you cook for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it eats up your whole day. Especially here where there's like everything is done by hand. No, we just cook once a day, and then we like eat overnight oats, for example, for other meals and things. Sea turtles are laying their eggs, but unfortunately there's so many stray dogs here that this morning I found a sea turtle nest, but it was all eaten by stray dogs. And I tried to dig and find if I could see any like eggs left, and I would try to hatch them on my own, but I did not find any eggs. It's hard because here there are no protection regulations for sea turtle eggs. So once they're laid, it's like a free-for-all for people and stray dogs, which is really hard to witness. But there are a lot of sea turtles here, so I'm hoping that some of them will hatch. And we've also seen babies. We saw baby sea turtles when we first arrived, so I'm hoping that there are still nests out there that are successfully protected. The cows are drinking from the river, which is cute. It's a whole flock of them. Canlino likes barking at them. He's getting better about it. He just has this herder instinct, but his recall is getting better, thank God. And the thunderstorms are pretty consistent. They're pretty much every night. There's lightning and thunder. Tommy does not like it. Canlino is doing really well, but Tommy does not like loud noises. She never liked the 4th of July fireworks, which this year she was able to avoid, but instead they've been replaced by thunderstorms. Also, I want to point out too that I'm only speaking English for the first time ever because I think speaking 2 languages is very confusing for most people, and for me, saying the same thing twice. So this will be an English channel only, and I'm gonna make a new channel for Spanish videos here where you will find just Spanish only videos. It'll be the same thing that I'm posting here, but just in Spanish. So I just challenge everyone to appreciate the small things in their lives. And because there's so much discussion about race going on, to all my ladies, I want to tell you that you're beautiful no matter what shape, size, color you are. You're gorgeous. We're all gorgeous, and it's amazing when we all support each other. I just wanted to share that. Take care, everyone. Until next time. Bye.